So it seems like, as far as the near future can tell, Cosmos are pretty much going to be ripping pepperoni for a couple months or something. Um, what makes me say this? Well, Monarchs are out this week, and anyone who has like a penny in their bank account is going to be able to afford to play a tier 1 deck this Thursday. So it makes me wonder how Monarchs are going to be dealing with. Sorry, it's going to makes me wonder how Cosmos are going to be dealing with a deck that Stormforce your best monsters every turn, and Cosmos. At least they have many ways in which they can OTK. But when you're playing as Monarchs and they have something called the Prime Monarch, there's kind of no way that they're gonna let you OTK them. So the deck's two best qualities, which is OTK potential and floodgatey kind of monsters, those two things mean that altogether are completely nullified by Monarchs, a structure deck. Do you know what I mean? So it's interesting because Dark Destroyer is currently like $100 secret or something, and that's a card that can be outed by a structure deck common. So that's a little bit, how should I say, bad for Cosmo players, right? So as far as I'm aware, there's really going to be no chance for this deck to be competitive. I mean, I just can't see how Cosmo are going to be like. I mean, Cosmo currently already struggle against Pepe. They can top regionals probably. They can take a couple spots at a YCS perhaps, which they have done at Sydney. But to be able to do that as well as deal with Monarchs in a few days, I just can't. Like, they would have to play Pepe all day. You know what I mean? And it's like, if your best option at like getting a top at a big event is to play the best deck of the format, that kind of tells you in what kind of a position your deck is in currently. So I feel like Monarchs take advantage of a lot of the weaknesses of Pepe. Cosmo. Not only that, Cosmo loses to this card here. That's a bit of a tough one for Cosmo. And if you're a Monarch player, chances are you're going to be siding 3 of these things for Cosmo. Not that you really need to side for Cosmo in the first place. So, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the only way Cosmo really have a chance is if they can, like, I don't know, keep a Masca Restrict on board or a Fog King somehow. I just can't see how Cosmo are gonna like survive next week. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to highlight today. The other YouTuber, Drew Perkins or something like that, his name is, he made a video today and he said he highlighted something that was quite funny, and that's the fact that all Konami had to do was simply announce the name of the new Cosmo support, and people have already jumped on that hype. Like, that card, like Dark Destroyer, has just gone up again after it shot back down, and we don't even know what these cards do. So I feel like next set, and the reason I say Cosmo are rest in pepperoni for now is because, I mean, we simply don't know what kind of support they're going to get next set. I mean, it could be some crazy support, but I feel like for their, I don't know, like third, fourth generation of support this is now. How many times have they had support now? I think they're going into their fourth, probably their third set of support, right? So Cosmo going into the third generation of support, and for some reason the deck just cannot seem to do anything about its normal summon problem, except from this E-Teleport. That's pretty much the only way the deck can deal with the issue of being stopped on the normal summon. Pardon me. So yeah, I'm just I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot more that can be done here in terms of support for Konami to really give this deck potential to be a tier 1, you know, meta deck. Now, I don't know what the support is going to be. We've seen fake leaks. We've seen what are like all kinds of crazy suggestions. One thing we know for a fact is that there's just no what's the word? There is so far no indication that this deck is going to be good until we get the support. And until we get the Kozmo support, well, we're just going to have to deal with Monarchs shitting all over Dark Destroyer and big ships and Majesty's Fiend wrecking your day. So Kozmo players, I'm sorry to say, but you're going to have a very, very bad time. See the fact that Monarchs are like going to be played by everyone who can't afford Pepe, then that just means like you're going to be losing to some like you're probably going to lose to bad players who just don't really know how to play the deck. But because Stormforce is just so powerful against Kozmo, you're just going to be crying constantly. I just don't know what you can do. So yeah, that's really all I wanted to say today. That's kind of just what was on my mind, was just how bad Kozmo are going to be in a few days. So yeah, hopefully the new support is going to be good. Personally, I think the deck is it's cool and stuff thematically, but it's trash and boring. I've never really liked it. I mean, it's funny flipping tons of traps on your opponent and summoning a Dark Destroyer and passing, but I mean, it's not really, I don't personally enjoy it, but I hope that, you know, it gets some combo based cards, it gets some high decision trees and stuff like that, rather than just summon attack pass, do you know what I mean? Tin Can is a good start. I think Tin Can is a really, really good card. A little slow, but it's cool regardless. But you know, Konami still, you know, need to do something about this normal summon problem, because while Tin Can is pretty cool and stuff, it's still a little bit on the slow side. So hopefully we'll see some fixes for that next set, whatever Konami decide to include, because currently Kozmo are relying on artifacts and they're relying on their back row to deal with Pepe, and as for Monarchs, I just have no idea what they're going to be doing to deal with Monarchs. Like I said, they have to go first and set Mask Restrict and hope they don't have a Twin Twister. Like that's your best play against Monarchs, really. Like, yeah, I don't know. So as this game 1 comes to an end, I feel like I will conclude, and yeah, perfect timing. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, let me know what your thoughts are about Kozmo down below, and I'll see you next time.
Come, face me, give in to your pride.